One day after President Trump ordered a sweeping pause on federal spending, there is even more confusion.
This afternoon, the president's budget office rescinded the order, but the White House press secretary later added that a review on spending does remain in place and funds could still be frozen. Agencies have until February 10th to explain where their money is going. The White House is now asking that a court order blocking the freeze be thrown out. Andrew Hobner has been talking with local nonprofits who rely on the money. And Andrew, certainly a lot of questions remain.
Get past all of the press statements and the legal jargon, and the operative word you land on today, guys, is chaos in the Colorado nonprofit community. It was a tumultuous 36 hours of a freezing of funds and then a rescission of that freeze and a concern about what future instability could look like in the coming days, months, and years. Paul Levine runs the Colorado Nonprofit Association, and he's been up for almost a day and a half.
The last 36 hours have been chaos and confusion.
As word swept the nation over a possible freezing of federal funding and grants, the CNPA held a town hall for state nonprofits this morning.
We all have lived through a lot of crises over the last decade, and this is just another one of those. We had a town hall this morning. Nearly 1,000 nonprofit leaders registered.
For reference, they usually have around 200 groups on a typical town hall call. One of the people listening was Pamela Harris over at Mile High Learning.
I think I got 5 or 6 phone calls yesterday from people asking what's happening, and as much as I could tell, we didn't know.
The group is part of Head Start, a federal program that provides support services for children in low-income families.
Our families, 90% live at or below federal poverty.
They were hit hard yesterday, but saw a reversal this morning.
Did try to access the payment management system yesterday and could not. This morning we did successfully put a request in.
But it does little to alleviate the stress in offices like Mile High's and those all over the state.
We're not going to go down without fighting, because I will say to a person, my staff is incredibly passionate and committed.
As Paul and the umbrella organizations game plan for ways to keep Colorado somewhat shielded from the instability they might see moving forward.
What those safeguards are, we're working through that right now, and that's going to be the ongoing work ahead of us.
Also in that nonprofit town hall was Attorney General Phil Weiser and some other members of the national nonprofit scene. Now, there is a question of just what the safeguards could be, because for a lot of these nonprofits, federal funding is a major chunk of what they receive. But for the state of Colorado, it's a big deal. Nonprofits represent 10% of the state's active workforce. In Denver, I'm Andrew Hobner, covering Colorado First.
Andrew, thank you.